Today, we'll explore the benefits and techniques of using data directly from a database file when creating forms, which we will use in our automation process to create finished documents for distribution. Hi, I'm Orlando Ferrer with Informed Decisions. Follow me as I share document management tips so you can take advantage of helpful techniques when it comes to managing the look and efficiency of your organization's documents. Why is this important today? Having an alternative option to mapping data to a form beyond a spool file can prove to be useful under certain conditions and environments. For example, instead of relying on IPDS, AFPDS spool files to transport data in the creation of documents, pull the data directly from your database files. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start off with a previously designed form. We're going to print that to our iDocs driver. And here, we now have our design. This is what the tool we normally use to map a form, the data from a spool file to our form. Today, we're going to take advantage of the database mapping option. We're going to connect to our IBMI, and we're going to map the information for our header, our details, and footer. First, we're going to start off by putting in here our library that our files are in. We're going to download the tables. And first, of course, we connect to our IBMI. Here's a list of our tables within that library. We're going to select our file for the header information, and we're going to select the information we want. In this case, it's going to be the customer name, number, and address. And here's the fields we've selected. And we're going to repeat the process again for our detailed information. This time, we're going to actually select a file called level test, which contains the fields we want to work with. Again, we select those, and then finally move off to our footer. In this case, the footer is going to be a file, a field that is in our detailed information, and we're going to actually summarize that information, that pricing for the footer. Lastly, we're going to tie in the header file and the detail files together by using the invoice number as a key to pull them together. Now, as you see, we have map fields on our document to map. From here, we can actually move those fields around. In this case, we're going to put our customer number here, a customer name, and we're going to put the address where we want those addresses to appear, and all the other fields along the way. You notice on the fields, the ones that begin with the letter D are the details. The H are going to be for the header, and for the footer, you're going to have that as a F down here in the bottom, and we're going to put that where we want that to be. And I'm just going along the way, just putting our information where we want it to appear, just roughly laying it out there. And you can see actually from laying this out, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of picking and dropping the information where we want it to appear. So let's actually put the quantity where we want that to appear, our pricing, our extension price here, our description, and let's control the height by actually using one of the fields as the height. So in this case, we're going to select all the fields that we want the height to be even on. And we're going to use our alignment tool and select the top to align them so they're all even. And we'll do the same thing with the address fields as well. We'll put those roughly where we want those to be. We'll align them to each other here. Actually, I'm going to do that a little backwards. I would align everything to the name. We'll align everything to the left to the name. So name and the address are aligned. And let's change the fonts on this. Let's give this, let that be an Arial, size 12. Let's make that bold because we really want the name to stick out. For the address, we'll make that an Arial 10. And for the name, we want that to be bold. And we also want that to be Arial as well. Okay, everything else we'll leave as it is. At this point, if we're happy with our design and the mapping of our new form, we're going to upload that to the iDocs software, and we'll simply hit the upload arrow. We're going to give it a name. In this case, we'll call it database demo because that's what we're doing today, demoing this option. And we're going to set up the actual design of the form and the mapping instructions. This will actually create a form application on our iDocs software on the IBMI that we'll be able to access here. And we'll go to our iDocs main menu. look at option 1 to work with forms. We'll navigate to that newly uploaded form, which is right here, and we'll select option 19 to actually look at the details behind the mapping. From here, you'll be able to see the actual information for the header file, the detail file, and other options available. We can actually tell it how many records we want to appear under the details. This is good. This is a good option, also along with our columns when creating maybe a form application that's used for labels, for like pricing labels, as an example. In this case, let's look at some of the details behind the fields. We can actually look at the header information, the detail information, and also the footer. Let's pick on the footer as we're going to make some changes in there. Here we're going to get a little granular at looking at the actual map field for the footer. And right now the default is set to count, and what we're going to actually change that around to be a summary. We want to calculate the sum total of the price. And in this case, we're looking at the detail information for the pricing, and we're going to look at the sum total. And we're also going to change to what it appears there, or how the information appears. We want actually that to be a numerical dollar value. So we're going to pick option 8, and then we're going to save everything that we've actually just done. Lastly, is we're going to show you the output of this newly created form. We're going to select option 20 to do what normally the automation engine does. In this case, we're going to merge that form application with those files, and this is going to get emailed out as a PDF, so you can see the actual results of the work that we just did. And we're going to give it a little name so we see what it was. I'm going to hit option 10, sorry, and that's going to go and create the form application. It's going to create it into a PDF and get emailed out. So if we look into our emails, there's our newly created form. And we're just going to select that and open that up so you can see the results. And here is our newly created form, and you'll see the actual information that we just did. This is page 1, and this is page 2. So hopefully this gives you a good example of the work that we just did. My name is Orlando Ferrer, and from Informed Decisions. Thank you for viewing this video. And if you want more information about what we just did or anything else involving IBMI and working with forms, please feel free to visit us at informeddecisions.com or call us at 949-709-5838. Again, thank you, and look out for more videos.